What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Rob here with RK Motorsports, and today we're going to continue rebuilding and reassembling our 2008 Yamaha R6. So we are back at it with the R6. If you guys remember, in the last episode, we took that gigantic mouse nest out of the bike. We found out that we had a lot of wires that were chewed and broken from those mice. And what we're gonna do next is continue to take out that old wiring harness. I was able to get my hands on a used OEM wiring harness from a 2008 R6, so we have that right here. So that is gonna be our donor wiring harness to go inside this bike. So first thing we need to do is just rip out this old one, and we're gonna dive right into that right now. So let's do that. Okay, so we've got the old wiring harness pretty much all stripped out of the bike. We've still got a lot of remnants from the mice. I'm gonna take the shop vac and run that through here another time just to kind of get all this crud out of the bike. You know, it looks like they're having a nice little meal with this foam right here. Another thing I noticed is this wire, which is the negative for the starter. This one was chewed up a little bit right up here. Now it looks like they just got through the rubber coating. They really didn't get into the copper wire too much. So I'm just gonna rewrap this with electrical tape, and I think we're gonna be fine with that. But everything else looks pretty good. We've got a lot of our connections, you know, the plugs from a lot of our sensors, our fans, our wires and everything. A lot of these were untouched by the mice, which is good because that means, you know, I don't have to replace a lot of sensors. What's this? It looks like I forgot this one. Yeah, it looks like this is the temperature sensor. Let's take that off. Yep, they chewed through that pretty nice, so that's another one we don't need. So a lot of the stuff that's left over, a lot of the hoses, looks like they're pretty good. Just still pretty dirty in here, so I'm gonna run the shop vac through here one more time, kind of try and clean up everything. So we've got our old wiring harness out completely right now. So this is gonna be going in the trash. I might have to swap over a couple things like our starter solenoid and, you know, a few of these wires that weren't included with our new wiring harness. So next thing what I'm gonna do is just kind of vacuum this out a little bit more, and then we can start reassembling and putting our new wiring harness into the bike. Now I just wanted to pop this radiator out of the way a little bit just so I can get in towards these front plugs for the spark plugs. And I was looking at them and it looks like this third coil pack wasn't even plugged in. So that could be an issue also. So I'm gonna just clean up everything, make sure everything's plugged in, and then we can start going forward with getting that wiring harness back in the bike. Now let's get our trusty old can of Old Reliable, our GUNK engine shine. If you guys know, I love using this product. If you guys want a link where you can buy this, I'll put a link in the description below. This stuff works wonders. Let's start spraying it on the bike and let's get this thing clean. Oh yeah, soak her up real nice like. Oh yeah. Let's get her looking good, bud. A little on the forks, a little over here, a little over there, a little bit in there. Hell, why not? We'll give her some back here too. Oh yeah, she's gonna be looking good. Now we just gotta wipe it all up and polish it, and we'll be styling in no time. All right guys, so we've got the new wiring harness on the bike. We've got the tank back on. Now I did just check the tank. The inside is clean. It looks like the gas is still pretty clean too. I know the gas is a couple years old, but let's try and get this bike started and let's see if she fires up. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm just turning the key on and off a few times. That's priming the fuel pump, getting fuel into the fuel rail, into the fuel system. Now let's see if she fires up. So now that we know that this bike actually runs and it actually sounds really nice, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an oil change, oil and filter change on this thing, and I'm also gonna do a coolant flush because this coolant looks nasty in this reservoir. It looks almost like brown. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the oil change, coolant flush, and we're gonna get this thing in tip-top shape. Got our new high flow Filtro HF204 oil filter already lubed up around there. I'll pop that on here.